Hello and welcome to the channel.
Hi, Brentan. How's it going?
Hello, Ollie. Good. It is July 13th, and today's entry is A Leader Leads. Coolio.
What is it? Does it do something to you?
A leader leads?
Mm-hmm.
Not yet.
Okay, cool.
Okay, we have to stick with this one today because it's Marcus Aurelius and he has a paragraph.
Okay.
He says, one person, on doing well by others, immediately accounts the expected favor in return.
Say that again?
One person, on doing well by others, immediately accounts the expected favor in return.
Mm-hmm.
Another is not so quick, but still considers the person a debtor and knows the favor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like they don't want the favor back right away, but they're like, you owe me one.
Yes.
Okay.
A third kind of person acts as if not conscious of the deed, rather like a vine producing a cluster of grapes without making further demands, like a horse after its race, or a dog after its walk, or a bee after making its honey.
So they do a good deed, let's say, for someone, and they do not expect anything back. They're just moving on to the next life
Yeah.
thing. There's nothing about that.
And maybe it's like they don't even, it doesn't even register in their mind that it is a good deed.
They did a good deed, but maybe observed from outside, they absolutely did. Yeah. Okay.
Such a person, having done a good deed, won't go shouting from rooftops.
Right.
But simply moves on to the next deed, just like the vine produces another bunch of grapes in the right season.
Excellent. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's essentially, he's saying, like, that's a leader. Leader is someone who is trying to help this whole system, and when that help is achieved, I need to go help some. Like, they're not saying, "Oh, I was the center of this help, and because of me, these things got help." They're just like, "No, I don't even. I'm too busy." What was that? Success. There was something recently where, like, something with success doesn't come to people who are, or like success happens to people who don't think about it because they're too busy of doing the stuff. Maybe
it was
James Clear.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe you heard it in Atomic Habits.
Atomic Habits. That's that quote. Like they're too busy with their
doing the stuff
that they don't even have time to think about some sort of a success. What? No, success just happens almost in the wake of them, like as they pass through it somehow.
Right.
Like it just creates it. But why? How is it created? Well, it's created by them being really busy about the stuff that they want, and they're doing it, and they're
good
leading.
Deeds, yeah.
Good deeds. Well, all of the things that we're doing and our plans should be somehow tied to good deeds, one might say, right?
It's certainly if you are a philosopher, yeah.
Well,
just someone who's interested in philosophy or interested in living in a certain way.
Certain way, yeah, for sure. Not necessarily this philosophy, but just any philosophy of. And what is philosophy, right? Like Gendlin says this, like, what is it? Like, philosophy explains how things work or something?
No, it's it's not a subject, it's a subject about subjects.
Yes.
Or something.
Yes,
right?
yes. And then he said like it's not about the things, it's about how those things get dealt with inside of this whole system or something like that. Like it's about the how do we do that, right? Like that's philosophy, really. Like how do we do it? Like we gotta do that, but now how do we do it? From what perspective are we doing that, right? And for what reasons are we doing that, right? So that's kind of like that's where the philosophy comes in, right? Yeah. That's fun.
I'm ready for Ryan if you
Yeah,
are.
no, great.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
Ryan says, have you ever heard someone else repeat one of your ideas as though it were their own? Did you ever notice a younger sibling or relative mimic your behavior, perhaps the way you dress or the music you listen to? Maybe you moved to a new neighborhood and a bunch of hipsters followed. When we were young and inexperienced, we can react negatively to these situations. Stop copying me. I was here first.
Mm-hmm.
As we mature, we start to see them in a different light.
Mm-hmm.
We understand that stepping up and helping is a service that leaders provide to the world. It's our duty to do this, in big situations and small ones. If we expect to be leaders, we must see that thankless service comes with the job. We must do what leaders do because it's what leaders do, not for the credit, not for the thanks, not for the recognition. It's our duty. Yeah, this one was nice. We understand that stepping up and helping is a service that leaders provide to the world. Yeah, I sort of feel like this is how I've kind of always felt leadership to be.
Mm-hmm.
And work is a really great opportunity for me to practice this because,
Mm-hmm.
like, none of what they said they needed my help with when they hired me and, like, wrote out the job description is actually what I'm helping with.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't get to decide how I am of service or how I'm helping based on a job description or based on what I want to do or something. It's like the situation tells me
tells you
how I need to be involved. And then I've always loved the feeling of stepping up to the plate. I've always loved the feeling of saying, I don't know if I will succeed here, but I see that there's a need, there's a gap in here, and I'm going to step in to see if I can fill this gap.
You always loved stepping up to the plate. That's a good one.
Yeah, even in softball.
That's good to say it out loud for yourself, right? Like to hear that from yourself to yourself. Like I like to step up to the plate when things are, like rough, like or essentially at any time I'm ready to go, right? Or like
yeah, it's like always been with me.
Yeah.
I think about like back when I was like in 3rd grade.
What is that? That's a dedication? Would that be dedication or?
I don't know. It just always feels like I've been, like I don't know how to say it except for it always feels like I've been big. Like I've been bigger than my body in some way. And so it's like, there would be like an injustice happening on the playground or something, and somebody would need somebody to step in to say something. And I would like get all riled up about this. Like, it's my time to shine. I'm going to come in. I'm going to speak for the group. Like, it always just felt so good to do these kinds of things. Mm-hmm. And so like there's
speak up for others and speak up for yourself.
Speak up for what I think is right.
Whatever you think it's right.
Yeah, like it just, that's always been exciting to me. It's never been like, ooh, oh my gosh, it's a cat. Captain is coming up the driveway.
Oh, hi, Captain.
Hi, Captain.
Yes, he's a neighbor's cat.
Aww. Yeah, so I don't know, like, yeah, it feels good. And at work, there's so many opportunities to practice it.
Mm-hmm.
With yoga, just like with having an email list and sending out emails, and now there's like this wheel of people that I'm helping in some way, like, I feel very called in those. Mm-hmm. I like to be in those places where a situation is requiring somebody to step up and do something.
Mm-hmm. You like those situations where someone needs to step up.
It's it's kind of a little bit boring otherwise. For me personally.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody's like that, some people...
No. Some people need to have...
They want to know their place.
They don't want those tesseracts or those deviations, from day to day. Oh my God, not from day to day. Right. It has to be I need to know what tomorrow and the day after and this whole week what I'm going to be working on, and I need to know that ahead of time. Don't just, you know what I mean? Yeah, people are very they're structured differently. You know, they structure themselves differently, not badly or goodly, just differently. You know, yeah. Whatever works. If that works and it's a good way to do it, then that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing, honey.
Thank you for listening. Okie dokie, my friends. Thanks for tuning in today, and we will see you here tomorrow.